Can he shoot though? Of course I can. Welcome to I Love Basketball, I'm Coach Steve, but today we're not working on shooting, we're working on getting your bounce up. I'm gonna teach you ways you can activate your hips to instantly jump higher today. Let's get it.
I ain't taking orders in command like, yeah, you about to see me on demand.
Welcome to the channel, welcome to another video. If you're new here, hit that subscribe button. We have new videos every single week. And leave a comment as you're watching this video. If you have any questions or comments, leave it below. Me or one of the coaches will get back to you ASAP. It's the best way for us to know what kind of content you guys want to see to help you improve your game. So let's get into it. Bring it around town. Today's all about the hips, baby. They are the keys to helping you run your fastest. When you run, when you lift up your leg, that is your hip flexor muscle. Your hips are a big part of you running, jumping, anything athletic, and if you can activate them and use those muscles correctly, get them warm before you jump, you can jump higher instantly. So that's what I want to help you out with today. But I just want to stress the importance of it, and I want you to understand that it's not just a small thing that you want to do. I want you to do this every single time you warm up to make sure you are getting correct activation. And when you don't have correct activation and when you're trying to run or jump fast with your hips still tight and still unwarm, it's going to cause issues somewhere else. So even if you feel it down from your calves to your ankles to even your feet, you can feel tightness there, but it all can stem from your hips. Your whole body's connected, and this is an area I've really struggled with. So I really want to help you guys correctly activate it and also learn about your hips so you can train long term. So today is more about just what you can do during your activity while you're playing, while you're jumping, while you're getting ready to play basketball. But long term, when you want to do squats and deadlifts down the line, you want to be able to move those hips properly, and this is a great way to start building that body awareness so you can have healthy hips. Let's go. So to start, we're just going to start with a leg kick, a side leg kick, but I want to express the difference. So this right here is a dynamic movement. A static movement is when you're just stand still, right? But the difference I want you to notice is that I have more range of motion like this because I'm using momentum. This is a great way to get it warm and activated, but another exercise with this is simply just standing still, using the wall for support, but not leaning, trying to stay upright, engage your core, engage every muscle of your body, and only use your hip, which you're gonna have to learn how to do, to lift your leg to the side. So what I mean by that is just stand here, stay very straight, and how high can you lift it? And I'm feeling it all through here, okay? And I have poor mobility, which is why I'm working on it, which is why it's a video I wanna get out to you guys so you can learn from me. And the reason I have poor mobility is because I got super strong. I got into the lifting too soon without having correct mobility, so now I have to undo all those bad patterns. So what you wanna do is lift your leg as high as you can, hold it there, squeeze, and try to notice if you're leaning like this, leaning like this. You don't wanna be leaning like this, right? So you just want to flex everything. I'll do it this way. Flex, you can push on the wall a little bit to flex, to make sure you're flexing all parts of your body, and just lift that leg like this. And it's good if you have something else to hold on to, or you can just stick your arm out and flex it. So just stick it out, don't lean, stay really stiff. See how much you can lift your leg. And that's all your hip working, that's all your butt and the muscles on the side just working there. That's how much range you actually have, because if I'm swinging, right, a lot of other muscles are being used, plus I have momentum carrying it up. But you could just do movements like this. Flex, and you'll get it firing very quick. So you want to do both sides. I like to do this. And I like to do that first, and then I do my motions. Then I do the motion, because the first one gets the blood started, gets very safe. It's making sure I utilize that muscle and isolate it first, and then I start doing my motion. So when you want to do this, I like to do 20 reps on each leg, get it really warm, and by the end, you can feel a lot more range, and that's starting to open up your hips. The next one is hip wheels. So what it is you're going to, from the side, it's going to look like this. Similar to that, where you want to stay very still in the upper body, lift up this knee, keep your knee as high as you can, and around. And try not to lean to the side. When it comes around, try not to lean to the side. And see how I twisted my leg right here? So once I come here, twist your leg and step over. You could use a chair or anything of a platform. This is a little high for me because I don't have great range of motion to do this, but you want to think of stepping over something. So when I come here, like this, knee, step over. As you can see, I lean like this. It's very difficult, but you could just have it next to you and really focus on bringing that knee out. And then as it comes behind your body, keep your knee high, right? So if I'm exaggerating, so it's just to show you the exercise, keep your knee as high as you can go. So if we're trying to do it without leaning, like this, out to the side, high as it can go, whew, and then back around. Knee up as high as it can go. Whew. Really, really tough. You're hitting all of the range of that motion of that hip socket. After you get a good feel for what it feels like to do the right rep, try to do 3 on each side minimum. So 1 is just over and back. So it'd be like this. I'm just gonna speed it up like this, right? And then come back around. That's 1. And then I like to do just the 1 leg at a time, but a lot slower, really focusing on how much range you have. That's 2, okay? So try to do 3 on each side. You will feel that burn, and really keep that knee as high as you can, and you'll feel the different parts of your hip start to fire as you move your knee around and come around. And I'm sweating just from this. That's all I've been doing. Let's go. All right, so the next exercise to activate your hips is just a basic lunge. But a lot of people, including myself, if I go back to my old videos, when I first started my dunk journey, I didn't know what I was doing. I was doing a lunge like this, just like no thoughts, just like doing weird things. There's so much to it, and especially if you're trying to activate a specific muscle. So the basics are, you wanna stand with your feet together and step out. I like to go like this, like an athlete, right? Because you're always running, always building that connection with your arms and your legs. Keep your torso upright, because a lot of times if you notice, you might come down like this, you might come down like this. Try to keep it upright, and also keep that knee, front knee, at a 90-degree angle, which is just flat, right? And feel your butt. Try to flex it inwards like this, not too much, but you don't want it to be like this. You want it to be neutral, but also tight and flexed, and you want to feel it in the back hip, right? So you come, I like to keep my hands like this for stability, like this. Touch your knee to the ground, stand up. And when you stand up, try to stay poised. Try to stay flexed, try to stay engaged. Don't come like this, and then break down and just stand up, okay? And you can alternate, whatever you feel is comfortable. I like to do 1 at a time to kind of sort of pump up that hip, get it moving. You don't want to come down or up too fast. We're just warming up, we're just activating, okay? And be careful with that knee smacking the ground. And the other one is a split squat. It's a little different, but once you get a little bit warmer, you can lean over this foot, right? That's gonna help activate the ankle as well and get it warm, and push into that. But again, you want to try to keep this back leg straight for the split squat. So this is a different exercise. I'll turn this way so you guys can see the difference. But the difference is, on this one, you're feeling a little bit more here, you're feeling your hip, and then on the split squat, what you want to do is lean forward to purposely push your knee out over your toe. If it hurts your knee, just avoid it. You can work up to it, but keep your back leg straight. Whew. Try to not let your heel come off the ground. Whew. And you'll really feel it. And just try to focus on the range of motion. Really flex that back butt. Try to keep it tucked in the entire rep down and the entire rep up. All right, another one is the fire hydrant. This is where you just get on your hands and knees and you're just gonna lift. But as the other ones, try not to lean, try not to fall forwards, try to stay very still and just lift your leg to the side, right? So you're at a 90-degree angle with your body like a tabletop, and take your knee out like this, as high as you can. Hold it for a couple seconds and down. And the reason I want you to hold is because I want you to start to feel it firing. So if you just lift it up and you don't feel anything, hold it until you feel it firing. So you go like this, hold it. Again, try not to lean, try to stay as high as you can. Just bring that knee, only use your butt. Okay, and then the other side, only use your knee, only use your butt. Try to only use your hip. And this will be fantastic for you to learn about your body, because you're gonna feel all these muscles trying to be used, but when you really feel that muscle firing, you'll be like, ooh, wow. It might feel very weak to you, but it'll also feel very warm. So when you do this whole circuit and you get your hips very warm, when you start running around, you'll feel instantly lighter on your feet, and that's what we wanna get. This next one's gonna help activate the hamstrings as well, which is the giant muscle in your leg, as you know, but it's one that's hard to warm up when you're just not playing pickup and you're trying to be careful with that. Because the quads, everybody knows to just grab the thing. Hamstrings are a little more tough to hit. This is a great, safe way to activate your hamstring as well as your hips. So what you're gonna wanna do is, I call them just knee kicks. You're gonna bring your knee up and then just try to kick out and hold it. But I don't have good range as well, so when you hold it, it's gonna start firing. I start to feel it in my quad too, because I have a small muscle in the middle of my quad that's weak. A lot of people do because it's neglected. But what I want you to do is just stick it out, kick, hold as long as you can, and down. And again, don't lean back, don't lean to the side, just try to kick out. And down. And that'll really activate your hip. You'll feel it like a maniac. And as you can see, this is starting to become a running motion, right? But if you're trying to do this without isolating these muscles first, they're gonna be the last to be warmed up. I want these to be the first because they are such big, intricate muscles that really need a lot of work done. Let's go. All right, I hope you enjoyed today's video, and thank you so much for all the support. Every time you leave a like, you leave a comment, it really helps us create more and better videos for you guys. So stay tuned, and as always, keep working hard. Go get it. Let's go. Let's go for real. Let's go. Let's get up.
On the road, here we go, here we go.